various technical teams and our internal teams at Nlng and in BOI for making this day our reality. Our target at Nlng is to continue to build a future that empowers, sustains, and prospers our communities. Welcome to this great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, a better round of applause for Engineer Charles Epele. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while he was speaking, he talked about sustainability, which is something everyone is concerned about. When new ventures and new programs are initiated, what comes at the back of your mind is how sustainable is this program. And I like the fact that he has talked about sustainability, and the Bank of Industry, I must say, has a track record of recovery of their loans with minimal losses. So I believe this is very, very much sustainable. And I believe that has informed this partnership because the Nlng knows that the BOI has a track record of getting back the funds. And of course, we won't be able to pay back when you are giving single-digit loans. Please put your hands together for them again. Thank you so much. So before I proceed and I invite our next speaker, I'd like to inform us that in the course of the program, if for any reason you need to answer the call of nature, the convenience is to my right. You can just quietly make your way there. We have both for the female and the males. And of course, we have just one entry and exit point. So we'd like everyone to move in an orderly manner. Now, even though sometimes they say the Niger Delta can be very volatile, believe me, you will not hear any sound like bua inside this hall. So everything, there is no planned drill right here in this hall. I know some people are getting what I'm saying when we say bua. I grew up in Amadiama, so when you hear bua, you scramble in those days. So, but you will not hear any bua here. So there is no need to run. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, but just in case we need to exit the hall, we'll do it in an orderly manner and we have a muster point outside, but there will be no need. Say amen. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we thank you again for being here. And before I invited Engineer Charles Epele to come forward for his remarks, I'd recognize some of our distinguished personalities, but please permit me again to recognize the former Executive Director of the Bank of Industry and currently Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of River State Microfinance Agency, Pastor Tobin Jonathan. Please put your hands together for him. Sir, I want to hail you. It's not easy to deal with finances and then be doing the Lord's work now. So please put your hands together for him again. Thank you so much, sir. At this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to now welcome one of the persons. As a woman, there are women you look up to that give you hope, that show you that women can actually deliver on any given assignment. If versatility was a person, it will be this our next speaker. With an inspiring track record of excellent service, she's what I call a rare breed. One of the few persons that can comfortably navigate and excel in different fields. I know what I'm talking about because I'm always failing maths. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, she has under a kitty close to 3 decades of excellent service, and she continues to give more and inspire the younger generation. At this point in time, with a warm round of applause, let us receive to the microphone Sophia Hosfall, MD, General Manager, External Relations. Please, a round of applause for her. Let it be better. You know, in here, we are very hospitable people. We appreciate excellence. Thank you.
Good morning. Let me break with protocol and again re-establish protocol. So, our esteemed traditional rulers, respected titled citizens, our financial partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to welcome you all to this landmark event, one that underscores NLNG's deep commitment to the well-being of our host communities and operating environment. We are here today to launch the NLNG BOI Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise Scheme to provide financial support and capacity building for existing and upcoming local vendors and businesses in our host communities. This event gives me the opportunity to reaffirm NLNG's belief that the true progress is achieved when communities are empowered with the right tools, the right opportunities to thrive economically. This has consistently inspired the transformational programs which we deliver through our strategic focus on education, economic empowerment, infrastructure development, and healthcare improvement. They are indeed the 4 pillars of our corporate social responsibility approach as an organization, and it enables us to foster the sustainable growth and prosperity that our host communities deserve. For over 2 decades, NLNG has delivered significant value to its host communities through its numerous economic empowerment initiatives. Just to mention a few, there has been the Youth Empowerment Scheme, the YES Scheme, and then there's the N Agenda, a scheme which, like the NLNG Microcredit Scheme of that time, and many other initiatives, have spoken again to this consistent commitment to economic empowerment. These social investments empowered small and medium businesses as well, with skills, with starter packs, and as well as the capital required to fund growth. The MSME scheme has now evolved from our 2 other formidable schemes, the NLNG Microcredit Scheme and the NLNG Vendor Finance Scheme. These unique initiatives were set up to provide funding at the lower interest rates to support small-scale enterprises in the areas in which we operate. So today, as we launch more than just a microcredit finance scheme, we are indeed igniting possibilities, and for grassroots entrepreneurs, small businesses, and even more. After years of funding and empowering local enterprises, we took that strategic pause that Charles indeed mentioned to assess and enhance our impact. That has led to the powerful partnership that we have today with Bank of Industry. They're matching the funds in what we call a fund match collaboration to deal with this real economic growth that we aspire for in this state, River State, and indeed beyond. More than just an opportunity, you say, sustainability, because true prosperity, as we all know, it starts with financial independence. So, as we consider how this scheme really allows beneficiaries to access loans at this reduced interest rate of 9%, if I'm not mistaken, and I'll leave it to the experts to confirm, that compares very favorably to the double-digit rates that now apply, sometimes as high as 3.54% per month. But we have that annual rate of 9%. And in this way, it is structured to mitigate financial risks, embed sustainability, and to strengthen our local communities. In 2024, NLNG successfully completed a rebranding project with a renewed vision to be a globally competitive energy company that improves lives sustainably. This scheme embodies that vision in action because it's not just about financing, it is about transformation, empowerment, and long-term impact. We're taking a bold step. We're taking this step forward. We're doing so with pride. And today, we are shaping a stronger and more sustainable future for all. Ahead of this scheme, as part of our bold efforts to reinforce that advancement of our communities, in 2019, Nlng inspired the General Memorandum of Understanding, the GMOU. It's a model of corporate social investment that empowers stakeholders with ownership and management rights over Nlng-funded community-driven projects. And I'll indeed say it's been highly successful. This GMOU agreement, which was signed with our host communities and with partner institutions, established a framework for promoting sustainability, accountability, and long-term socioeconomic benefits. I am delighted to state here again that the numerous development projects have been commissioned on the back of the GMOUs. So as we consider now, today, recognizing the value of strategic collaboration, the previous microcredit scheme was run with just a seed fund of 500 million Naira in partnership with First Bank and a development agency, Devon. Through the scheme, Nlng supported about 300 cooperatives to engender capital infusion into SMEs, whilst inspiring community-based enterprises. Although the scheme was put on hold in 2012, it achieved an impressive 91% loan recovery rate and a widespread coverage of the initiative across 110 of our own host communities, and it had direct impact on households. And now, the Memorandum of Understanding that was signed with BOI in 2023, providing that much fund platform, company has invested a seed fund of 500 million Naira, while Bank of Industry has matched funds, thereby providing a whopping pool of a total of 1 billion Nigerian Naira. The partnership has also deployed a streamlined online application platform to reduce overhead costs, ensure that funds that reach those who need them most gets to them in a manner that is timely and efficient. This ensures that the scheme remains transparent, accessible, and most importantly, impactful. The Bank of Industry has also committed to oversee the fund management, facilitate faster processing, have a broad outreach, and ensure better financial governance. Our expectation is that SMEs will empower local vendors and entrepreneurs to deliver and expand their businesses and deepen positive community engagement. What this will do is reduce social tensions, promote a stable and convivial society where everyone thrives. Over time, this initiative will trigger economic transformation, boost commercial activities, and foster community advancements. We all know, I believe each and every one of us here know that the communities must advance, and this is an excellent scheme to realize that goal. The scheme, while supporting local vendors and individual businesses, will also nurture an ecosystem. And here in this ecosystem, our host communities will benefit from Nlng's operations and broader national economic potentials. Beyond providing the funds, as I've said, it is designed to integrate capacity building because there will be trainings, there'll be mentorship programs for local vendors, and in that way, their business skills will be largely improved. It'll equip entrepreneurs with financial literacy, business management enterprise, market access strategies, and then really enable them to have businesses that thrive. So dare I say, ladies and gentlemen, this is really a call to action to embrace this opportunity. The Nlng BOI, Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Scheme is a bold step towards integrating that self-reliance that we look for, that advancement, and that sustainable development. This scheme, when fully operational, will bolster that spirit of enterprise to create those opportunities that we all long to see in this part of the country. It'll bolster positive transformation, stimulate that long-term growth. It'll ensure that we have that economic resilience that we all know is needed at this time, and of course, ultimately, a shared prosperity. BOI, you are our trusted partner. We are confident in the structure and the success of this initiative. I urge all eligible members of our host communities and those who even know that others are eligible, embrace this initiative. Embrace it with two hands. Embrace it with integrity, with commitment, and with accountability. It's required to ensure that there's thriving and there's self-sufficiency for all of us. I wish us all the very best. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, when I said that the General Manager External Relations is very versatile, I don't know if everybody understood what I was saying, but indeed she is very versatile. When she came up here to give the keynote address, not just the fact that she is a medical doctor and she has worked in different sectors in the oil and gas industry, but she can actually thrive and excel as a broadcast journalist. Please put your hands together for her. Awesome presentation of her keynote address. Thank you so much, ma'am. And indeed, this initiative, this scheme, will actually transform, empower, and of course have long-term impact on the MSMEs. If you are someone who reads history books, you agree with me that all through history, what made some communities die or thrive were the MSMEs. If you read every community where they had settlers, the moment they settled, what ensured that the community continued to grow was because they had thriving MSMEs. They had micro, small, and medium enterprises there. For those who didn't have, you'll discover that most of the people started migrating, and over the years, you stop hearing about those communities. So when you listen and you read from history, you understand how impactful this program is, pumping blood into the various communities through this initiative. Please put your hands together for the Nlng and BOI again. Thank you so much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will now be inviting at this point to give a special address and formally unveil the BOI MSME app. He will tell us so much about it when he gets here. He's a man with over 3 decades of cognate experience and expertise in human resources management, finance sector, and communications. And he is one that is known to be hands-on when it comes to his job. And it's helped so many MSMEs to thrive over the years. He's currently the executive director of micro, small, and medium enterprises with the Bank of Industry. Please, with a warm round of applause, Shekarau Omar.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. The MC is an amazing person, and I think you deserve a very loud clap from us. My name is Shekara Umar. I'll be representing the bank, one side, and I'll also be representing myself on the other side. If you've ever represented yourself, then that says a lot. Please look at the person next to you and say, good morning, we are in business. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, we are in business. I'm supposed to read the MD speech, but this is my field and this is my business. So, Dr. Sophia, Pastor Tobin, Engineer Charlie Ipele, the NLNG team, the BOI team, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is not my intention to bother you with long speech. The practicality of it is what we are here for. I will display that practicality. And the beauty of microloans, as we always say, is the ability to replicate themselves. If you have recorded 91% at one time, we'll record much more than 91%, I promise you. It is with a lot of pleasure and excitement that I stand before you to formally launch the NLNG BOI Matching Fund Initiative. This is more than a strategic program, it's more than a strategic move. It is transformative, an opportunity to develop the 110 communities that this is supposed to serve. For Nlng, they've done excellently well in their field, but beyond that, they've also done excellently well in handling the communities they serve, over 110. This is a 1 billion Naira matching fund between LNG and BOI. And I can tell you that we have done everything possible to make sure that this 1 billion gradually becomes 10 billion, because we will deliver in such a way and manner that LNG will have no choice than to bring in more funds for more communities to benefit from. Now, BOI. This is the right choice. You have made the right choice. We are in partnership with 34 states of the Federation, and these partnerships have been defined as managed and matching funds. You are looking at over 50 billion Naira that is with us, that we're managing on behalf of the 34 states. We are also the owners of businesses when it comes to federal government businesses in terms of partnering to make sure that MSMEs benefit from. We are handling the 200 billion federal government fund, and in some cases, about 60% of those funds have gone. Most important banks in the world. The $14.7 million that was brought in by Islamic Development Bank 2 years ago was 100% handled by us, and we got commendation for doing that. It was a business for women only, and the $14.7 million was disbursed to women in Edo, Kano, Lagos, FCT, and Gombe. Now, those women have left Islamic Development Bank funding. They are now our customers because we've been able to upgrade them to certain levels. Secondly, there's an IDICE program, which is a federal government program. It's $617.7 million program to be handled by Islamic Development Bank, Africa Development Bank, the French Development Agency, and the federal government of Nigeria. Your bank, the Bank of Industry, is representing federal government of Nigeria. We are putting in $45 million in that project. What I'm saying in essence is that we have been delivering, we will deliver, we will unfailingly make you proud. And all the people that are here, I say to you, congratulations. These funds will come to you. We are disciplined enough. About 2 weeks, I had discussions with my team, and they said, LNG is coming up with this, she's coming up with that, and then they want everything perfect. I said, you are BOI, match them. You are BOI, match them. And I can tell you that we match them. So the matching fund too, we will match them step by step and make sure that these funds are delivered to you. We are about to launch the app because we developed it for the benefit of this environment. We develop it for the benefit of not us only, LNG, no, the beneficiaries. You will do everything in your system and even repay the loan from the comfort of your bed by the side of your husband or the side of your wife. You don't have to go to any bank, you don't have to go to anybody. You will pay while you are eating your local food, tying your wrapper, and you'll be able to repay with a lot of comfort. I think we are ready to launch that.
Okay.
So on behalf of
please,
the
when you are
management
ready to
board
call people,
and
let
staff
me
of
know.
Bank of Industry, I
Is
say
there a way
to
you
you
can see? Is there a
a
way you can
beautiful
see the
good
signal?
morning. And in particular, the managing
Sorry,
director,
Leader,
Dr.
how will you give me
Olashipo
the signal? Are you
Olusi,
ready?
who is attending another
ready now?
meeting, we say to you, welcome to this, and we are ready to launch. But the promise is, we believe in you. We believe in LNG. We believe in this partnership, and we will unfailingly deliver. These are our words. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so I'd like to invite others to join him as we formally launch the MSME app. And please, everyone, you have your eyes on them and on the screen because the unveiling will be done on the screen. I would like the General Manager, External Relations, to please join him. The Manager, Community Relations, please join him on stage. We'll also have the divisional heads for South 1 and 2. Please, we need you up here. And the divisional head PR for Bank of Industry, please, you all. And Dr. Jonathan, please. Pastor Tobin Jonathan, please, we need you to join them. Please, a round of applause as they come up. This is the exciting moment. For those of you who have had calls to apply for loans with BOI, you know that you have to be very, very patient and intelligent to go through that process. They have simplified it with this app. So it's an exciting time for us here. So we'd like everyone to be part of this launch. Media, if we're ready, as we do the countdown, we'll start from 5 to 1. Are we ready? I'm not hearing the excitement in the room. Are we ready? All right, so you join me in the countdown. Let's start.
I wanna be a billionaire, so freaking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen.
Okay, apart from the big screen we have here in the middle, we have 2 supporting screens on my right and my left. So anyone you choose is fine to concentrate on. If you're not seeing the middle one very well, you can look at the one on the right or on the left. Okay, are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wanna be a billionaire.
All right.
So freaking
Distinguished
bad.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the unveiling and the launch of the MSME app. This app will make it easy for you to apply for loans, get funds. Let the applause be better, please.
Smiling next to Oprah and the Queen.
It ensures efficiency and it is user-friendly. Thank you so much. Please, we'd like you to come together as we take photographs before you move back to your seats. Yes, please.
Yeah, a different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, I would have a show.
Dr. Dollar Entertainment.
Reading my cooler, y'all.
All right, are we done?
Wanna make love on the move. dancing to my tunes.
Okay, congratulations. Bank of Industry, NLNG, congratulations for the successful launch of this MSME app. As they go back to their seats, please, media will need better tune as they move back to their seats. And then the moment they get to their seats, we'll take a brief interlude for the NLNG video. All right, better.
I wanna be a billionaire.
Very good song. All of us here want to be billionaires.
I wanna be a billionaire.
All right, sir.
Right, so all protocols observed. We want to once again thank you, Dr. Sophia. We want to thank your team. We want to thank the BOI team. We want to thank Dr. Pastor Charlie. We want to also, I've given you Pastor today, so take it. We want to thank Pastor Tobin Jonathan. I want to say a word that he has been behind this. When he was with us, we fought several times because of this. And I'm happy today, you are happy we've launched this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not taking you for granted, but the fact remains that I feel at home here, and we all feel at home here. This is the home of good people, and our prayer is that this state will continue to develop, will continue to grow. My promise is that as the ED in charge of this project, we will deliver to you. As an ED and a board member in Bank of Industry, I promise you that we will find ways to support you in every way possible. From an environment, you say, okay, the development of an individual is defined by the development of all the others with whom he or she is related or associated with. We will develop this state further. If we develop the South-South, we will develop the Southeast. We will develop all the northern states. And in essence, we will develop Nigeria to the level that we know the MSMEs can take this country to the next level. On behalf of the boards, management, and staff of Bank of Industry, we thank you most sincerely for the opportunity, and we will not fail you. We'll deliver. Thank you.
Wanna be a billionaire, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, yeah.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate him more. Please, a better round of applause for him. Thank you so much. And while he was speaking, you can see the level. You can see the level of confidence exuding from him. It comes from knowing that you have a track record of delivering on your promises. That's the only reason why he will say we will deliver. Sir, and I believe you will deliver like the Hebrew woman. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'll take 5 minutes of your time as we now play the energy video. Please, all attention on the screen. I'll be back shortly.
Founded in 1989, NLNG is a leader in the global LNG market, transforming Nigeria's natural gas into a vital energy source for the world. From initial concepts in the 1960s to the establishment of NLNG in 1989, our journey has been marked by perseverance and innovation. NLNG export began on October the 9th, 1999, marking our entry into global energy markets. Today, NLNG boasts of a 6-train plant with a capacity of 22 million metric tons per annum MTPA of LNG and 5 metric tons per annum of NGLs. Our LPG supply initiative supports domestic growth and ensures energy accessibility. With our 7th train expansion, set to boost capacity by 35% to 30 million tons per annum NLNG is poised to enhance its global footprint and drive future growth. NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Welcome to NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Founded in 1989, NLNG is a leader in the global LNG market, transforming Nigeria's natural gas into a vital energy source for the world. From initial concepts in the 1960s to the establishment of NLNG in 1989, our journey has been marked by perseverance and innovation. NLNG export began on October the 9th, 1999, marking our entry into global energy markets. Today, NLNG boasts of a 6-train plant with a capacity of 22 million metric tons per annum MTPA of LNG and 5 metric tons per annum of NGLs. Our LPG supply initiative supports domestic growth and ensures energy accessibility. With our 7th train expansion, set to boost capacity by 35% to 30 million tons per annum, NLNG is poised to enhance its global footprint and drive future growth. NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector. For over 6 decades.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time and your patience. We've seen the videos from both the NLNG and BOI showing you years of impact and delivering on their deliverables, impacting the society, and especially for NLNG, showing how they influence all those that have businesses with them and come in contact with them. We'll be moving now to the MSME launch presentation. While we've had the special address and unveiling of the BOI MSME app, we'll now be moving to the MSME launch presentation. And to do that is another hardworking man. We've had calls to run into each other in Yanagwa, Bayelsa State, and Bayelsa. He's very busy and effective. He's the divisional head, MSME South 2 of the Bank of Industry, Paquins Irabo. Please put your hands together for him.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I show you a secret on how to manage a large gathering like this. And if you have to appreciate all the protocols. There are two persons I would like to appreciate or recognize, and because I know you honor them, recognizing them have done justice to everybody that has been invited here that is seated. I want to give special honor and appreciation to the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of MSME Nigeria, Alhaji Shekara Omar, my Executive Director. Please join me to appreciate the man that told me yesterday that appointment is better than your rank. For leading the LNG team and leading us in such a way that we are able to be here today to launch formally the 1 billion matching fund for MSME development for LNG host communities. Please, let's put our hands together for Dr. Sophia Hosford. So I will be showing you tips about the app that Bank of Industry have developed. The team is funding and support for MSME made easy and faster. This partnership has brought a lot of progress to Bank of Industry, and I will tell you why. Our Executive Director made a commitment that we are Bank of Industry and we can match any standard of excellence. So when we had this partnership, we knew it was going to introduce us to a different product that is different from our traditional term loans. Bank of Industry gives term loans and working capital. But on this relationship, we are venturing into contract financing, invoice discounting, lease financing, vendor financing, supplier financing. These are not our traditional products. So Bank of Industry needed to evolve and position herself to be able to deliver, especially looking at the turnaround time of 14 days. That is what the contract we have signed with LNG, that within 40 days, you can apply for this loan in the comfort of your home, and without coming to the bank, it will be delivered to you. You will also have to repay in the comfort of your home. So I will want to show you some snippets of what we have done, of the features of this loan. So move on to the features of the LNG BOI 1 billion MSME fund. First, we have the fund objective. It is very straightforward. We needed to intervene and kill poverty in all the 110 host and GTS community of LNG. I was listening to a radio presentation this morning, and somebody said that if you are poor, it's okay. But if you are not doing anything about your poverty to get out of poverty, he said it is not okay, you are wicked. That means a poor man that is not doing anything to take himself out of poverty is a wicked man, because he has made up his mind he will never contribute to his society. So this partnership is BOI way of killing poverty, BOI and LNG teaming up together to keep poverty in the 110 host community of LNG. And as we empower MSME, we are going to be generating employment in this host community. We are financing with mentorship and development opportunities. So it is coming with capacity building, because to lead a business successfully, you need two things. You must be good in leadership, you must be good in management. Now, who are those that are eligible to benefit from this partnership? They are all registered businesses that are indigenous to NLNG host and GTS communities. So if you are not part of that world, Your own is coming. Tell your neighbor your own is coming. The people that we are focused on, and I believe they are the one in the audience today, they are those people that have registered business. You are either a registered limited liability company, supplier to LNG, agent to LNG, vendor to LNG. You are the one that we have baked this cake for. And if you are happy about that, can you give a hand of applause to LNG and Bank of Industry? Now, this partnership is in twofold. The 1 billion is going to be divided into Class A beneficiary and Class B. The Class A beneficiary will take up to 850 million. Remember, this is an initial pilot phase. They will be assessing up to 850 million out of this cake. And the Class B will be taking up to 150. Who are the Class A? The Class A beneficiary are LNG accredited vendors, contractors, suppliers, agents. They are the ones that will be benefiting as Class A. To get a loan at 9% per annum, what that translates to is that you are getting a loan at 0.75%. The devil is in your case. Generate it, including the beneficiary. They are able to tell when is my next loan due, how much will be due. So they don't need an officer. So it will be wickedness for you to say somebody did not call you to remind you to pay, because the app is in your hand. You can tell when is the next time to pay, how much you have to pay. So we have given you light. You should not stay in darkness anymore. So now, to the next app, the next page, I want everybody to take your phone. We have talked about this app. I want you to experience something. Can you type that link on your phone so that you can see this is not radio money? We are working your app. That is when I know it's not real. So if you have a smartphone and not a door phone, can you type HTTPS? I think that the S is missing in that screen. Please, it's HTTPS because it's a secured platform. :/phonepartner.boi.ng. Has anybody landed on our landing page? We have taken you spiritually to another destination. Have you landed there? Let's confirm that it's working, because if it's working, the app has been designed in such a way that you don't need somebody to teach you how to use it. It guides you through the process. So this is the point you have been waiting for. This is the true empowerment. Now you have been given the link to access the funding that you need. Can I get a confirmation in the house that the app is open, is working? My people are showing. No, let other people show me that this app is working. Thank you. You will go to heaven for acknowledging the truth. You know, it is only people that tell the truth that will go to heaven. So you will go to heaven for acknowledging. Thank you. I will meet you in heaven. You will join me there. Can we move forward? And the presenter doesn't see what you people are saying. That's interesting. The screen is even hidden. So this is one of the things that Bank of Industry have eradicated. Instead of hiding things, you see it live and direct. Before now, if you apply, you will need to call somebody you know to find out whether your application was received. From today, that will be no more. You will be able to track everything that you have done, and you will know who is, where your application, the stage your application is at. So like I said, there are three major products we are launching today. Contract financing. So I will just talk about them briefly and I'll wrap up. The contract financing is for those that have new contracts with LNG. They are either suppliers, they are either vendors, and they need funding. All that Bank of Industry is asking you to do because of this app is that you don't need to give us collateral. I thought somebody would clap. So the partnership is so that you would domiciliate that contract proceeding with Bank of Industry. So this app is giving us the opportunity to create an e-wallet for you on the app, so you have like a current account on the app. So it is that current account number that becomes the account number you will use to receive your contract proceeding. So once you go to the app and you've registered, we will onboard you. That means you will fill all the forms that a commercial bank will have you to fill before you can create an account. So your account will be created. You will see your account number. So it is that account number you will write to LNG. You don't need to leave your house. There is a format for you to write. You will download it. So you will put your signature. You will still upload it. So you are doing this in the comfort of your home. And you will send it to LNG that this contract, Bank of Industry, is about to finance me. Please, when they do and I have executed the contract, you pay my proceed to that account. And that sort it out. So you have your money up front, you are able to execute your contract, and when it is time to pay, Bank of Industry receive the payment on your behalf. If you have not taken 100% of the contract fund, Bank of Industry deduct the amount they gave to you and return to you the amount that is balanced. That is how the contract financing works. Contractors in the house, are you happy about this? The enthusiasm that my ED has displayed that we will continuously increase this loan amount is rests squarely on your shoulders. If this fund is not disbursed within the next 6 months, we cannot be increasing what you have not taken. Hello, are we on the same table? If you do not apply, if you do not go through the process, we cannot increase it. So please, you know that taking loan, taking money, I will not deceive you. Yes, it is now online. It does not mean that it is a walk in the park. For everything to be easy, the standard by which you live must be raised. So now you need to do the hard work to ensure every requirement, you meet it quickly, as fast as possible, so that the money can be disbursed to you. And that is how we are going to move this relationship forward. The next is invoice discounting. We have talked of contract financing. Invoice discounting is that you have already gotten the contract, you have executed the contract, you have performed on it. So LNG, for some contract, they have days that for payment. So sometimes it can be 15 days, can be 1 month, can be 45 days. Instead of waiting for 45 days, you can apply on this platform and the money is given to you so that you can do other business. So you are not waiting, maybe you don't have any other working capital. You are waiting for them to pay you. No, we give you the money immediately so that you can do other business. And the last but not the least is the microcredit facility. This is our traditional facility that we give out to manufacturers, to those businesses that are adding value in their host community. So we are expecting cooperatives, we are expecting enterprises that operate in the 110 host community of LNG to apply for loans. And under this scheme, they can access up to 10 million for 3 to 5 years. So this is patient capital. So it is not a capital you need to pay in 3 months, 6 months. So it allows you to grow. So we are encouraging everybody. I know that all host community entrepreneurs, they are not here. It will also be a sin on your part. You have had this and you will not go back to your villages or to your town and educate other people about this scheme. So ladies and gentlemen, the empowerment you have been looking for is in your hands. what you do with it today will show whether you are wicked or you are good. I pray that you will take the responsibility to maximize this opportunity so that you can extend goodness to your neighbors and your neighborhood. Once again, I want to thank my executive director for this privilege to stand before you and educate you a little about the Fund Partners app. There is opportunity for question and answer. It will come right after now. So if you have any other questions, we are glad to take your questions and answer it. God bless you all, and God bless LNG, and God bless the Bank of Industry.
Thank you so much, Paquin Sirabo. Thank you for that presentation. And you will agree with me that the app is easy to navigate. And one aspect I have noticed, because while he called it, I also opened it. I noticed that there's a segment for questions people ask, so that in case you are stuck at any point in time, you can go there and access some of the questions that they have anticipated and already answered. So while you still have that option, right here in the hall, we'll still take questions. Now, those that will be answering your questions, we have Engineer Charles Epele, that's a Community Relations Manager here. And of course, Paquin Sirabo, who just spoke, will also be answering. And then we also have Uzo. Uzo Obilo will also be part of them. The three of them are here. They will answer whatever questions you have. Now, since the hall is divided into two, we're going to take two questions from the right here and two questions from the left. And we'll take it by the show of hands. If you raise your hands up, we'll get the microphone to you. Can I have someone from media, please move? So indications for questions. Okay, I have one here. Okay, that's two. So I have two here already. Can we get another two from here so we move straight? Okay, at the back. I see, okay, the lady at the back. Okay, both are at the back. So both of you are at the back. Do we get them here in front so everybody can see them when they ask the questions? Or we can all turn and see them where they are seated? We can get the microphone to them. Okay, because of the screen. So you want them to be where they are. Okay, that's good. So I'll move to them. So those who are answering, please take note as we start. This is the first. Your name, sir.
Good day, everybody. My name is Gideon Long John. I'm the director of Contributors. My question first, before I start my question, I wish to thank LNG for this laudable. I wish to thank LNG for this laudable scheme. We remember the 5 banks loan that was launched some time ago, and we all know how it failed. After LNG agreed with the 5 banks on how to disburse the loan, the banks went behind and started doing things their normal way, which was not envisaged by LNG, and that failed. So my question to LNG now is that, now that we have another new scheme to disburse loan to contractors, have LNG thought it out wisely to ensure that this time there is no hidden formats or principles that to be applied, or documents that LNG does not know about, and when we go to BOI and they will tell us, you don't have this certification or you don't have this certification, and so we cannot give you the loan. Because when you say you want to empower community vendors, there are certain leverages you give to them. There are certain level of exceptions you need to give to them to be able to empower them to succeed. You cannot open them to the open market where multinationals have all the documents to be able to apply. and ask local vendors that are trying to thrive because you came into their community to benefit and you want them to benefit from what you are getting from their community to compete with multinationals. And so, LNG, how much have you thought it wisely to look into this scheme in the terms of the BOI to ensure that whatever you agree with them in the office on how to treat us as the beneficiaries is what they will do at the end of the day, because that is what made the 5 banks to fail. Thank you very much.
Please, if any other person has asked the question you intend to ask, you can forfeit your chance and let's take somebody else. We don't want duplication.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, BOI and LNG, for this wonderful scheme you're putting together for your contractors. My names are Chidi Elewon, the MD of Kinchel Nigeria Limited, a minor contractor with LNG, and also from one of the GTS communities. Now, my question is this: before you get a contract registered in LNG and after going through the bid, one of the conditions is that you must have a bank your account is domiciled in. Currently, I have a contract going on in LNG, and of course, I have domiciled my account in one of the commercial banks. Okay, this scheme is available now, and I'm interested possibly to get a loan from BOI. Having domiciled my account with a commercial bank, is it also possible that I can also domicile my contract account with BOI? I want to get clarity on that. Thank you very much.
So much, sir. Thank you. So move to the back. We have 2 hands up over there.
Good morning, all. My name is Michael Hart, McMe Global Resources. My question is, LNG, they have told us about the Bank of Industries. You carry your PO, put that for inside. They didn't tell us apart after the PO, what next. There is one thing we always face concerning OEM. When they say go and bring OEM document, put your OEM document. 80% of jobs that LNG awarded, OEM, we cannot know the OEM. We only know different agents that work for them. We will, anyhow you search the system, mostly let me use Philip as number 1. You cannot see Philip as an OEM to discuss with. You only see other agencies working for Philip. And you use them to quote as part of your tendering. Then when you win. And meanwhile, if OEM document is part of the registration, how can I apply when I cannot deal with Philip directly? And apart from that, when you're talking about OEM, bringing a performance invoice from OEM, most times, most jobs is in general market like Maitere and so on and so forth. You go to Abai, you go to Onitsha, and get it in the general market. And the Igbo man cannot be an OEM that LNG will accept. At the same time, most times they'll say bring concrete, bring cement, and bring sand. Sand does not have OEM to put in the system. So please, sir, I will want that OEM, having OEM and performance invoice to be trashed out. Let us deal with us and the PO as a customer with the bank, so that we will not be fighting how to get OEM when we know we cannot get it. That is why we rush to general market to go and get 20%, 40% money because we cannot get OEM document. So I'm using this to beg LNG that OEM performance invoice should be released to move so that we can do it generally with our POs and go to the market to get what they want.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
LNG, thank you, Bank of Industry. My name is Soba Epele. I represent Eric T. Brown. I want to ask, my company fall under Group A. Thank you very much. My company has a good standing. However, my concern is on the microcredit requirements. LNG, Bank of Industry, you say persons with good credibility in the community can apply for loan. Now you also say before any loan is applied from Bank of Industry, LNG has to approve. Now persons under microcredit requirements that have a good standing in the community, how does LNG approve for such persons to get loan? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for going straight to the point. We're taking the final one and then the answers. We'll start with Engineer Charles Epele and then Parkwins. If we need additional answers, I also have Olusoji on standby.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wilcox Daniel. My first question is, under the criteria to get the loan, what are the provisions for those who are duly registered as a company? Maybe it is your first time to register your company, you've been accepted by the LNG, and you want to do business. And you have your PO and everything, and it states here, must show evidence of completion of similar jobs, contracts with Nlng, and you don't have any of those. What are the provisions to be accepted? Then secondly, using the app, it wasn't stated if it's a Naira domination or dollar domination. And if you have a contract with LNG and it's in dollar domination, the loan repayment percentage, is it the same with that of the Naira, or it's a different percentage ratio when paying the loan back? Then lastly, has LNG made provision for a team? When I mean a team, I want to apply for this loan. I have met all criteria, but the loan is taking too long to come. Are there any team or any set of group that I could go to and show evidence of my application that I have done this, I have met this, and yet my money has not come? Has LNG put in place such team or members that contractors can always communicate to when there is a delay in disbursing of the BOI loan? Or if there are any issue regarding man no man, I can always go there and say, LNG, see you, that they delay to pay my money. So are there any set of team or members that LNG has put in place to resolve such issues?
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll start with Engineer Charles, please, sir.
Thank you for your questions, Mr. Long John. If you were here when I made the welcome remarks, I stated clearly that the loan scheme you referred to was not very successful. And the reason it wasn't very successful was mainly because there was nothing in it for the banks. In other words, we didn't domicile, and NLNG did not place any money in those banks. So the banks were doing business with their own funds. So when you applied, they actually treated this as a regular loan application from anybody. So that was the reason it wasn't very successful. But in this particular case now, it is a partnership of 1 billion naira matching funds with NLNG putting some funds with BOI and BOI matching that funds to the point where it got up to 1 billion naira. Now, with the banks, we couldn't negotiate interest rates that are competitive or better than competitive. But with BOI, it's a single-digit interest rate, 0.75% per month. You can't get it better anywhere else. And to give you assurance, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board is also managing a similar loan portfolio or similar partnership with BOI. And of course, you understand that Pastor Jonathan Tobin, the MD CEO of River State Microfinance Bank, is also partnering with BOI. In fact, they launched a similar fund last year or thereabouts. On the issue of whether or not we will get to BOI and make sure that what happened with the previous loan scheme does not happen again. BOI has a skin in the game. They have their reputation here. And the ED has told you how much they have in their portfolio. It's international funds, not our local funds. Yeah? People from agencies from around the world have seen BOI as a credible partner in funds management and have invested and have trusted BOI to. Similarly, NLNG is trusting BOI, and the ED said they will deliver and deliver more. So please be rest assured that if your application gets to them, you will get value for your time and money. Yeah?
The documents required, the procedure and document required. LNG, are they aware of A to Z of what is required for a contractor to apply? Because we do not want a situation where you, my brother Epele, after I and BOI agree with you, and when the contractor comes behind, I tell, oh no, this is the right way, this is what you should bring, or what, which is not in line with what you've agreed. That is my point. So that when once the agreement is signed between you and them, it should be stated that whatever you agreed is what will be applied to us, not that there will be hidden agenda behind. That is what I'm talking about.
Okay, thank you. I believe you actually attempted to log on to that system when it was being demonstrated. Were you successful? Okay. The requirements on that portal is all you need. There is no other thing that you require. In order to deepen this response, I will hand over the microphone to the Executive Director.
Thank you very much. That's a beautiful question. BOI, the truth is, we are not judged by the profit we're able to make at the end of every year. We are judged by the impact we're able to do. Impact we're able to make across the country, that's the judgment. So we are in 34 arrangements, 34 states. And there's no state in this country that I've not visited as EDMSME, and these funds are performing. There were funds from Nigerian Content Development. When they decided to help indigenous contractors and others, they said, BOI, can we partner? We started with $50 million. Today, we're talking of over $300 million, and nobody is complaining. I assure you, for me to have traveled all the way from Lagos to this place, this is my third time of coming here in the last 3 months, is to ensure that whatever we've agreed with LNG is what we will deliver. There will be no hidden. If there's hidden agenda behind it, then I shouldn't be here. And I will be judged by the hidden agenda. I promise you that the team will deliver so that we can add to the impact we've created in Nigeria when it comes to BOI LNG arrangement. We will deliver and we'll be open about it. We've been open with all others. Why wouldn't we be open with you? If we are open with the people that will keep quiet, with due respect, we can't say we'll go into hiding with people that will make noise. You know that if we take this country and say, okay, we are in Jigawa State. If we are closed with Jigawa, probably they will say, well, it's Allah's making. But if you do that with Rivers, you know that they will say, we want our right and we want to know. I assure you that we will not go behind you to do anything. We will deliver as promised and we will make LNG BOI relationship a thing that people will want to add, will want to say, we've created impact. Nothing to worry about, nothing to worry about. Thank you.
I don't know, all those that asked questions, have your concerns been addressed? Okay, Mrs. Wurola Aga, please, you answer the next one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to take the questions. I'm going to be responding to the question on OEM documents. The OEM document is not a criteria for the loan. So once you have your PO, like has been explained, it's a transparent process. All the requirements on the portal, both BOI and NLNG can see what documentation is remaining for the vendor to provide. And once those are provided, the process goes seamlessly. I'll also like to take on the conversation around duly registered company that is new. So NLNG has also designated some particular jobs for community vendors, and the experience criteria has been waived for those jobs. So you do not need to actually have experience before you can get those jobs as a community vendor. Should you also want to apply for a loan based on those kind of jobs, your request will be honored. So there's no need to worry about that. And on the last question on domiciliation of contract accounts with BOI as other banks, I'd like to say that the principle for taking loans in Nigeria will still apply. So for BOI to be guaranteed of receiving those funds, it means that NLNG will have to change your domiciliation account to the Bank of Industry account so that when you are paid, it would go to Bank of Industry account. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please let the applause be better. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I see this more of an interactive session. Now, you need to know that LNG or LNLG gave us a lot of trouble on behalf of the host communities, in the sense that anything that will make it difficult for a contractor or an entrepreneur to have access to these funds, they removed it. So for us, it's a joint venture to help Nigerians, to help Nigerian entrepreneurs, to help the host communities. 500 million from BOI to Nigerians, for us, is nothing. 500 million from LNG to Nigerians means nothing. The whole idea is, can we replicate this? If this 1 billion is given to Nigerians, they are able to perform and return this 1 billion. It means more Nigerians can benefit from it. That's the essence of this exercise. I assure you that it took us this long to get to today because LNLG stood on our necks to make sure that things are made better, things are made simpler for the host communities to benefit from these funds. It's been a long war from Pastor Tobin to Dr. Sophia. It's been a big one to the newly approved Pastor Charles. It's been a long exercise for us to get to this level. And I assure you that your interest has been taken care of and we will deliver. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Engineer Charles, I think the ED is onto something. No? We might have the, is it consecration session at the end of this program. You need to pour oil on your head.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at the screen right now, is the customer portal. On this screen, you are able to track how many days your application have stayed in any queue, or what document that is outstanding. You will know the document that is outstanding. If you submit any document and BOI verify and we reject it, it comes to you. You will know what there will be comment. Maybe it's not clear, the document you submit, please resubmit. So it is you interacting with Bank of Industry in the comfort of your home, in your palm. So the only thing that will make you not to be able to make quick progress is that maybe you may not read. I can bet you that some people have not even opened that app now. Every of the product, when you click on it, it will show you the first thing before you start applying. These are the documents. So there is no hidden agenda. The document you are going to submit, if you don't have it, it has displayed the document, you go and collate the document. If you put 2 documents, you can save. If you come next week, you meet the document, you continue from there. But it will still be telling you, the app will be reminding you that you started a process 2 weeks ago. What is the problem? Please complete. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you have something that you can interface with from the comfort of your palm. Please, let's exploit. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's actually good. When you log out, you're not taking back to start all over again. That's good. So it has memory.
Yes, thank you very much, Paquin, for clarifying that. One last thing I needed to say on this is that it is only when you have completed all the requirements, uploaded all the documents, and clicked that button, submit, that the 14 days start counting. It doesn't start counting from the first day when you open the app. So you must conclude your own part of the application. And please, we will not give out any number of anyone to call in NLNG or BOI. There is no man in this. Submit, fill out the application, submit, and you will get results. It's either a yes or a no. And if it's a no, there will be reasons. If you upload a photograph of a friend of yours as a document that is required in a field, by the time it comes back, it will tell you, you have uploaded the wrong documents, please upload again. It is similar to what we do on visa application. There is no one in any embassy that you can call that your application is somewhere and they need to move it. This is similar. If you do not complete the application with the relevant documents, sorry, your 2 weeks will not start counting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, let's put our hands together for them. And I believe they've already anticipated some of the questions you have. So if you have actually opened the app, you will see that questions people ask is already there. And please, media, if we can have the address on the screen. Some people are requesting for the address, please. So for those who haven't had the opportunity to log on, they can do that while we proceed with the rest of the program. Just help me put it on the screen. And remember to put the S. Thank you so much. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're making progress. We're beginning to wind down. We're moving now to the goodwill messages, and I'll appeal to all those that I'll be inviting for the goodwill messages to take just 3 minutes as fast as possible. We've covered so much today. First to speak from Nlng, we have Olusoji Oweye, Head Business Finance and Business Support. Please, a round of applause for him as it comes.
Anywhere you dey, oh baby, on a day I go day. Every weekend, oh, we go to Bali for vacation. Any designer, oh baby, you tell me I go pay. Oh yeah, go my baby, you let me share, oh.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Standing on existing protocol, I really want to say a very big thank you for this very wonderful opportunity. The very first thing I want to mention, really, is I'm standing here representing the General Manager Finance, Ajia Fatima Adana, who would really have loved to be here personally to deliver this goodwill message. A lot of appreciation to the Grand Commander Social Small Medium Enterprise Scheme. Alaji, we thank you so much for the wonderful collaboration and really listening to you today with so much energy really gives us a lot of joy. And we know indeed that this partnership is one that will thrive. To our own very inspirational leader, the General Manager, External Relations and Sustainable Development, you've been filled with so much smiles today. And I know indeed this is a project come true. Thank you so much for your resilience in really making this happen. And now to the goodwill message. It is with real great pride and sincere appreciation that we really want to extend this goodwill message to all stakeholders in this micro, small, and medium enterprise scheme. The MSMEs, as we all know, is the lifeline for economic growth and development, jobs creation, innovation, and sustainable growth. Now within us, in the Nlng finance team, when we started working with the external relations team on this particular partnership, it was one that really came with a lot of challenges. But also looking at the crop of strong professionals that the BOI team brought, and we were able to collaborate together and really come up with this laudable scheme, which is definitely going to facilitate a lot of growth within our host communities. One of the things we just love to appeal, I've heard a lot of questions, a lot of challenges. Please do try this out. This particular scheme is cash backed. And when you're talking about small and medium enterprise development, there's no better partner than the Bank of Industry. And that is why we put everything behind us to really ensure that they're the ones to come with us on this particular journey. Also too, when you look at the current interest rates, this agreement has been signed it's been signed well over a year ago. Now the markets have moved. There's been a lot of fluctuations in the markets, but we're still standing here today and making it public that the scheme is still available at 9%, which is a single-digit interest rate facility. It's not been matched anywhere else, and that is why, and this is brought basically to really be able to help us to facilitate our growth of our businesses. So our last appeal is that really this initiative will continue to ignite new possibilities, strengthen entrepreneurial spirits, and pave the way as well for a future defined by innovation, empowerment, and shared success. For us, partnering with BOI on this scheme has been one of innovation. We've seen the HAP. It's been one of shared successes. We've seen the leaders of both organizations here today, and definitely it's been one that has also fostered a lot of empowerment. Please, our customers, our clients, contractors, please go ahead apply and be a beneficiary, and we know that definitely your own success story will be the next to be heard. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you.
They say money don't buy you happiness. Money can't buy
Thank you very much. That's Olusoji. He has been speaking on behalf of the General Manager of Finance of the Nlng. Thank you so much, sir. So we're moving straight to the next goodwill message. We'll take the next two from Bank of Industry. I have to take first from Bank of Industry, Theodora Amechi. Please put your hands together for Theodora, Divisional Head Public Relations, Bank of Industry. Just a few minutes, ma. Thank you. Please let the applause be better. Thank you.
Down in Fendi, but I got plenty money for the pain in the world. Chilling in the biz, just like Justin Bieber, cause I got the money.
Welcome to NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Founded in 1989, NLNG is a leader in the global LNG market, transforming Nigeria's natural gas into a vital energy source for the world. From initial concepts in the 1960s to the establishment of NLNG in 1989, our journey has been marked by perseverance and innovation. NLNG export began on October the 9th, 1999, marking our entry into global energy markets. Today, NLNG boasts of a 6-train plant with a capacity of 22 million metric tons per annum MTPA of LNG and 5 metric tons per annum of NGLs. Our LPG supply initiative supports domestic growth and ensures energy accessibility. With our 7th train expansion, set to boost capacity by 35% to 30 million tons per annum, NLNG is poised to enhance its global footprint and drive future growth. NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Welcome to NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Founded in 1989, NLNG is a leader in the global LNG market, transforming Nigeria's natural gas into a vital energy source for the world. From initial concepts in the 1960s to the establishment of NLNG in 1989, our journey has been marked by perseverance and innovation. NLNG export began on October the 9th, 1999, marking our entry into global energy markets. Today, NLNG boasts of a 6-train plant with a capacity of 22 million metric tons per annum MTPA of LNG and 5 metric tons per annum of NGLs. Our LPG supply initiative supports domestic growth and ensures energy accessibility. With our 7th train expansion, set to boost capacity by 35% to 30 million tonnes per annum, NLNG is poised to enhance its global footprint and drive future growth. NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Welcome to NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Founded in 1989, NLNG. Welcome to NLNG, inspiring a sustainable future. Founded in 1989, NLNG is a leader in the global LNG market, transforming Nigeria's natural gas into a vital energy source for the world.
And say yes, this is very
From
good
initial
advice,
concepts
but you
in the
know that when you
1960s
they
to
will
the
never
establishment of
implement the
NLNG
advice.
in 1989,
So he sold, got the money, and he didn't take the advice. What he did was, he was staying in a self-contained. From the self-contained, he went to rent 3-bedroom flats. And then he bought a car. And few months down the line, of course, you know, the car had issue. I think there was accident. So when you buy a, you know, car is an asset that even if you buy it today, as you are driving out of the lot, the value has what? It has reduced. So he sold it as scrap because the issues were not becoming too much with the vehicle. He sold it as scrap. Mind you, he's now living in 3-bedroom flat from self-contained, someone that they were advising to start a business. He didn't listen. As at the time he was now willing to listen, he had just 200,000 Naira left. So he came back to the cousin that he wants to start the business. Please, which kind of business will you advise him to start? Popo Gari and granite or Madiga. So some people don't take advice, but I am glad that the people seated here will not immediately go and rent 3-bedroom flats. And I can assure you that you know why that money remained 200? Some members of my gender helped him to spend it very well. And only 200,000 was left. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We appreciate you and we apologize for the power outage. Well, you know, we have had a smooth time. It was smooth sailing from beginning till now. So this is the only minor thing that we just saw here. So we're moving now to the goodwill message again. Please put your hands together for Theodora. Please let the applause be better. Oh, thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to stand on established protocol. But first, I have to make a disclaimer that my village people did not follow me here. It was actually Parkwing's village people. Thank you. So, I need not say congratulations to BOI and to NLG because we have already acknowledged the amount of work that has been done to get us this far. But I would like to bring you the good wishes of the board, of BOI, the management, and the good people that work at BOI. Today for us is a journey that has culminated in a very good thing. Today is the opening of an advancement, the opening of opportunity for the host community that work with NLG to take advantage of what is being presented, to thrive
and to advance their businesses. Okay, you can hear me so now. That this fund will grow in leaps and bounds and present boundless opportunities for everyone that is involved in this. Okay. So I say congratulations again to everyone involved here. Oh, and I encourage all the vendors to take advantage of the opportunities that have been presented here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma. And you know I support you. I'm doing woman support woman here. It's Park Queens. So we're moving to the next one, still from BOI. We have Dr. King Jacks. Please put your hands together for him. Dr. King Jacks is divisional head for South. Thank you so much, sir. From Bank of Industry.
Good afternoon, everybody. And let me start on existing protocol. My goodwill message, I will try as much as possible to make it an advice. As I listened to the questions that were going on, I thought it wise when I was told I'm going to give a goodwill message to speak to the very fact that the success of this program is in the hand of the community contractors and also the community members that are going to benefit from the micro loans also. Today we have about 2 billion matching fund partnership with the Rivers State government. Of that 2 billion matching fund partnership with the Rivers State government, we've been able to disburse directly about 300 million. And that is for about 1 year. You ask the question why. I've had the opportunity of coming down to discuss with association chairmen across the state. And the major reason is this. They are unwilling, most times, to meet the terms and conditions of the loan. The first person that asked a question was hammering on that consistently. And I thought I should reiterate it. The partnership and the loan comes with terms and conditions. And if you take a look at your pamphlet, I think on page 8 or thereabout, we are very explicit in stating it. If you agree with me, for those of us that have accessed funding from commercial banks, for you to be able to secure an LPO finance, it must provide additional collateral. But for Bank of Industry and Nlng, what we've asked for is a guarantor. And that is the basic foundation for almost all our engagement with community-based or state-based initiatives. Guarantors. People in your community or within your circle of influence that can say to you that, I know this person, he does this business, give this money to him, I trust that he's going to pay you back. And if we don't have such person taking that decision on you, I wonder how a third party like BOI or Nlng can take that decision on you. So I throw the question back to us again. We as contractors, we as community members, are we willing to make this a reality? Parquin said something when he was talking. He said that this can only succeed, and my ED's commitment of increasing the value can only become a fruition if we start seeing application from you. One, I will now add that if you stay put to be able to make that application go through to the final stage of disbursement. In my discussion with some of the community members that I had under the River State Fund, I told them something. This is the 34th, or rather we have partnership with 34 states under the matching fund arrangement. And River State is a bit peculiar, I don't know why. I'm a Rivers man, so you can see that I'm speaking very emphatic. I'm a Rivers man. River State is very particular, a bit peculiar. I don't know why. And that is, in other states, you see people being tutored to go through the process of documentation and ensuring that they access the fund. But the feedback we got from River State the last time was, it's our fund, it's our money. Give the money to us. This time is not your money, it's LNG money, federal government institution. It's Bank of Industry money, federal government institution. We will not give the money to you until you meet the conditions. And I know if you go and meet the conditions, your issues of begging for money to finance your businesses is a thing of the past. We'll grow you from micro to small, from small to medium, and medium to large. That is our interest. Thank you very much. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kings Jack. Please put your hands together for him again. And so, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we know we've had the question and answer sessions, but then for those who need additional information, we have the information booth just outside. The moment you leave this part of the hall, just outside there is an information booth. And then also, immediately after this event, it will be time for lunch. So please don't move. The moment we finish with this part of the event, lunch will be served. So please, please don't move. The food will not eat itself. Thank you so much. So we move to the next goodwill message, and this time we'll be taking from the communities. I would like to invite first the Board of Trustees Chairman for Ubeta Cluster GMOU, Chief Andrew Egbelu. Please put your hands together for him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Standing on existing protocol. You see, before I left presidential, where we are undergoing a training on capacity building for the communities, those who are very close to me, I said by the time I come here, I will not make any comments. Why? Because the people presenting or share the same background with me. I am an international banker. So I said I will only do listening. But here again, I'm called to make a comment. Well, I'm here wearing two crowns. As a contractor and also a chairman of Ubeta Community Development Foundation. From our experience so far, we have had a very good relationship with Nlng. 3 years from the formation, there has been quite a lot of transformation in our communities. I'm sure it's also happening in other clusters. And we're thinking that what we are doing now in 3 years, if it had been initiated more than 10 years ago, we could have moved much more forward. So on that note, we thank the Nlng. Now 3 partners are involved here. The Nlng that provide 500 million. UI, 500 million. Then the community people, those who will be benefiting. First and foremost, let me thank Nlng. It's a very good gesture. Because if you're in business, you find out that one of the most difficult things to get is sourcing of finance for your business. Today, that aspect of sourcing for finance have been watered down. And also most of the terms and conditionalities, while my former colleague was saying in the River State Microfinance Bank, most of those things have been watered down. So it's a lot of applause for both the Nlng and BOI for providing those guarantees or cover-ups for the beneficiaries. But because what the BOI is doing in the Southeast Asia is close to what they call banking for the poor. They start with nothing, and the people grow up. But the danger about it in Nigeria here, Nigerians, once they get funds from the bank, they regard it as a share of their national cake. May it not be so in this issue in Jesus' mighty name. We want the communities to grow, such as Nlng is growing, because in my community today, Total Energies will be exploring for gas, harnessing, and they'll be getting from my community about 350 million cubic feet of gas on a daily basis to feed the Train 7, with a projection up to 2027 of getting 900 million cubic feet of gas. So as Nlng is growing, the community will be growing, and the people to benefit from the loans will be growing. I wish everybody, the three partners, good luck so that we can grow in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chief. You know, even though you didn't want to speak, we made you speak, and you spoke well, sir. Thank you. We're moving to the next one. This is from the Bonny Kingdom Development. Dr. Tony Willie Pepple, he's the Vice Chairman. For 3 minutes, please. 3 minutes. Thank you.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to stand on existing protocol. I'm representing the Bonny Kingdom Development Committee. We host the LNG. I'm not very familiar with financing and financing issues, so we rely on LNG to take care of that for us. The situation we have in Bonny is that we have had a relationship with LNG for the better part of 20 years, 25 years. BKDC was formed about in the year 2000, about that. And we've had a relationship with LNG for that length of time. In that relationship, we've had contentious issues, and I was even surprised that my friend Pele would call me up to come and speak on a day like this, because we know we have always been fighting and doing things for the community. The reason why I say this is that in 25 years, the only thing we can say about LNG is thank you. They have done a lot, and it's not just about the finances, it's about development in general. Within the 25 years, we have electricity in Bonny, not because of PHED, not because of NEPA. We have a road leading to Bonny. We have, let me not enumerate, we have a lot of things that we can be thankful for. And for the other thing I want to point out that nobody is perfect. LNG is not perfect. They've made mistakes, but just like this project, this enterprise, where all of them are admitting that it wasn't very successful a little while back, they could have thrown their hands up and said, forget it. But they have come back bigger and better to make sure that this one works for everybody. So, not to make it a long talk, there's just one other thing I'd like to point out. The main problem most of us find in so many languages and so many words is that the middle class, that's anytime you look at the class structure in any society, you have the upper class, middle class, and the poverty class. In any class, the middle class is the engine of the nation. Every time you do anything to raise the poverty class into the middle class, you're doing something for the people. And this is what this thing strikes me as. This exercise, this effort strikes me as a situation where you're trying to lift people from the poverty level to a middle class level. The upper class, we have no business with them. They know how to take care of themselves. But we have to work extremely hard to get the poverty class into the middle class. As you expand the middle class, everything works for everybody else. So, to keep it in a nutshell, I think I'm already going too far. I just want to take this opportunity to say a great big thank you to LNG and their partners, BOI, because of what they, sorry, a little interruption there, because of what they've managed to achieve. The other thing I want to compliment is the speakers that have come before me. I'm an architect by profession, and when we were in school, we used to do presentations, and the last thing you want to do is present anything behind the person who is very good. And Mr. Shekara Umar, Madam Sophie Horsfall, and my fighting partner, Epele. They've spoken so well, and I believe we have understood what it takes. But like I said, nobody's perfect. Until you start to use the app, then you start to see if there are any glitches, any hitches that will occur. So once you get into it, as fast as possible, get engaged with it, and they will be able to see what the problems are and correct those mistakes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, Dr. Tonye Willie. And I will not say that Engineer Charles is your fighting partner. I will just say sparring partner. You know, when you spar, by the time you are done, you develop more skills. So is he agreed? So that when you see him, please shake him very well. He has helped you. He has helped your ministry to be going to the permanent site. Thank you, sir. I'll now call for still the BOTs. This one is from Ogunabali BOT, Honorable Christian Chiokwa. Please put your hands together for him. Honorable Christian, please. Gone. All right, so we'll move. Since Christian isn't here, we would like to take the next one from... I'll call her again, although we had her answer some questions during the question and answer session, but then she's coming now under the Goodwill messages. That's the Head Vendor Management Services, Nlng, Wura Aga. Please put your hands together for her. Where is she? She's, okay, see her, she's coming.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place is much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry.
Good afternoon again, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to stand on the existing protocol, recognizing all our distinguished guests, our partners, Nigeria LNG, ably represented by our esteemed External Relations General Manager, and of course, our senior partner here in the house from Bank of Industry. I greet you all. Today marks an exciting milestone that we are privileged to share with everyone here. And for us, coming from the Contracts and Procurement Department, whom I'm ably representing, the manager, Abdul Umar, would like to say a big thank you to everyone. And most importantly, the launch is not just the beginning of a new venture or a new product, but it's a testament to teamwork, collaboration, and a beautiful listening ear that Nlng and Bank of Industry have had from our host communities. So again, I'd like to join my voice with the voice of those that have come before me to say the opportunity is before you and it's endless. Please use this opportunity to your advantage, to a better Nigeria and to a sustainable future for the host communities, for NLNG, and for Nigeria at large. Thank you very much for your presence.
Thank you so much. So before we take the closing remarks, once again, there is an information booth outside. When you take the exit here, you get to the information booth. And of course, starters have been served. So the lunch proper will be served immediately after this event. For more announcements, I would like to invite the Head Sustainable Development and Management of NLNG, Chinyere Anurukwem. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am here to share additional great information, important information with all of us. We are happy to announce call for applications for 2025 NLNG Post-Primary Scholarship Scheme. The application portal opened on Monday, and then we have the information on different media channels, including newspapers, radio, and then online news portals. So please take the information back to your various community. This opportunity is open to indigenes of NLNG host communities who are primary school pupils in Basic 6 at public primary schools. If you want more information on the eligibility criteria, you can check Vanguard newspaper and Tide newspaper of last Monday, 7th April. You can also follow our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X, that's formerly Twitter. Also, we have some online news portals like Silverline, PH Mundial, and Tide Online. When you visit these media channels, you will get detailed information on the eligibility criteria. So once again, we are calling on you, please take the information back and get as many eligible children as possible to register. The portal for registration is contained in these media channels that I've mentioned. So please spread the information. We are expecting as many applications as possible. In addition, the scholarship is also open to physically challenged children. We have 3 partner schools that we work with. That's Hallel College Borden at Rupoko, Abek Secondary School at Woji, and Christy Toby Inclusive Education Center at Iriebe. This last one, that's Christy Toby, it's for physically challenged children. So please, there is no child that is exempted. Last year, we had a visually impaired girl. She is schooling right now at the Christy Toby Inclusive Center at Iriebe. So please, every child is eligible so long as the child is in Basic 6 at a public primary school and is an indigene of NLNG host communities. Thank you very much for your attention.
When I was there for you, you took me for granted. Now he loves me. When I don't want it, you love me. He's always thinking of me.
Thank you so much, Ma. Please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're now moving to the closing remarks, and you recall that while the ED of MSMEs with BOI was making his remarks, he made reference to this fine gentleman. I would like to invite him for the closing remarks. A man who spent years in finance and now is doing the Lord's work. Pastor Toby Jonathan, former ED BOI and currently MD CEO of River State Microfinance Agency. Please put your hands together for him as he comes for the closing remarks.
He's loving me. I feel inside a movie, but his love is all real to me. He's here. I finally found someone that I can't call my own. Now that I'm with you, you want me to come back.
Good afternoon. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I feel highly fulfilled today while I stand on already established protocols. I want to first of all thank God for making today a reality. And I want to recall that while some of us were busy running away from COVID-19, hiding in our homes, working virtually, a team with me at LNG office here, we are rubbing our minds on how to get what we are witnessing today to become a reality. I want to mention you have ex-external relations GM, Pastor Mrs. Iono Fatai Williams. She was very instrumental when the conversation started. Please let us appreciate her. I also want to mention Mrs. Uzo. Where is she? Please, let's appreciate her. There used to be a young man. Okay, there's a young man called Aprioku. Is he here? He was also part of the team. Now, I want to thank Dr. Sophie, who came on board and did not jettison this program. She would have said, after all, it is not my baby, and throw it overboard. But she picked it up and made sure that today, this program has become a reality. Sophie, we appreciate you. Thank you very much, Dr. Sophie. From the BOI axis, I need to mention our ex-managing director, Pastor Luka Yodokpito. When I tried to convince him that this program has to do with host communities, I spoke to him about the suffering of the vendors, the poverty that's endemic because small businesses could not access fund, credit to do their business. He bought into the program and he ran with the program until he disengaged from the bank. At this point, I also want to acknowledge Dr. Olusi Olashupo, the current MD of BOI, who came on board and took up this project. And today, it is a reality. Please let us celebrate him. Then the grand commander of MSMEs in this country, I want to make bold to say it. He's been on this space in Nigeria, in Africa, all over the world. He is known as the commander of MSME financing, and that is Alhaji Shakara Omar. Let's celebrate him. When I left BOI upon retirement, I kept troubling him. I said, this project must not die. This project must not die. He will assure me. He said, okay, don't worry, I'm moving with it. At a point, I got his wife involved. I said, let's make it a family matter. I got his wife involved and threatened. There was a particular day I was flying somewhere and I met the wife and 2 kids at the airport. I called him. I said, I'm in the business of kidnapping now. If you don't move this project forward, your wife and 2 kids are with me. And I gave the phone to the wife and she spoke with him. He said, Toby, you are serious? Oh? That is by the way. So we want to thank God for everyone. The team in Port Harcourt, Queens, Babs, Chris, Uche, and the young men. Please, you have done a wonderful job. I will not end this without appreciating newly ordained Pastor Charles Epele. I think after this program, we'll go by the side and I will anoint him as a pastor. Charles Epele is a good team player. Hardly gets annoyed. He will just be laughing while you are talking. Today, he has played his part, and we are here celebrating this landmark. I want to encourage us. This is a marriage of 2
institutions who operate in global best practices. LNG is global. BOI is global. I am going to operate from the back. Just like the Grand Commander of SME said, there is no interface. Engineer Charles Epele said it, no interface. Nobody to call, nobody to speak to. You interact with the app, submit your documents, and then you get going. So LNG, thank you very much for hearkening to the consign of the host communities. We want to thank you. We want to thank you. Please, I want us to give a resounding clap for LNG. Please, let's clap LNG for them. I can't see people clapping. What is the problem? You're not happy? You're not excited? We are grateful to LNG. Thank you very much. And the partner, today, BOI is doing business with River State. We have a 4 billion matching fund. This one is just 1 billion. I can tell you, immediately you take up this 1 billion, BOI will refuel. BOI will refund immediately. And immediately BOI puts in some funds, LNG will match it. We are very confident. So business community, host community, this is the beginning. I want us to take up this fund in the next 3 months. Let's tell them we're serious. Let's take up this fund so that BOI will bring more, LNG will bring more. Ladies and gentlemen, the ball is in our court. Money is no longer our problem. If you don't develop, if you don't build our businesses, money is not the problem. That means, according to Pastor Paquins, you are a wicked man. God bless you.
I'm beginning to suspect that the anointing session will now involve Paquins. You have been delivered, sir. So we can have the anointing session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for the closing remarks. And you can see how passionate he is. And we thank everyone who has been part of this program in one way or the other, the vendors, for the food, the drinks, to the media, everyone. We appreciate you all. And, you know, while Pastor Jonathan was making his remarks and he mentioned the wife of the ED, I support you, that was the best method to use. There was a case in church where they asked all the men who are not controlled by their wives to stand up, and they couldn't stand. Only one man stood and came out. And the pastor said, "You are very brave. So you mean your wife does not control you? You are a very strong man." He said, "Actually, my wife told me to come out." So you can see the power of the wife, of the woman. So you see, you got instant results. But we're not saying you should try it. Oh, he said he was kidnapping the wife. So please, thank you all so much. Thank you for the time. Now for us, because he called for an applause for LNG, and thank you for applauding them. But can we do it better? I know you are busy eating. Can I take 1 minute of your time? Let us all be upstanding, please. 1 minute, please rise. Thank you for complying. Now this is how we're going to clap for LNG, NLNG and BOI for this scheme, for this initiative. When I say clap 1, clap 2, and we'll do it till 5. I'm very considerate. So clap 1, clap 2, clap 3, clap 4, clap 5. Thank you very much. Thank you. My name is Taribio Walson Owefawari. That is the short version. Thank you. The long version. I should tell you the long version. Okay, let me start. Taribio Tomoa Dasegbebo Walson Nelson Akuboye Jongo Owefawari.
Thank you very, very much. I am feeling guilty. A lot of assignment and responsibility have been put on the River State Bank of Industry staff. Please permit me to appreciate the team I work with because they will be the one working behind the scene to get this work done. It's a lot of task. So I want to appreciate Babatunde Ajala. Please, can you be upstanding? I want to thank Chris Omodiagbe. is the state manager. Babatunde is the regional manager, South-South. And I also want to appreciate Uche Ojebe. Uche Ojebe was the state manager, Rivers State. When this program started, he did a lot, all the groundwork. Uche Ojebe did it. Uche, can you raise your hand? Good. And I also want to thank all my colleagues that came from head office. We do our work in the regional office, in the state office, but there are people that those transactions. I want to appreciate them. They have come to show solidarity. We have over 30 of our staff members that flew down to grace this occasion. I want to thank the chief digital officer. I want to say they are the owner of the app. So if we are talking about app today, the chief digital officer, Olariwaju Ademola, I appreciate you. I want to thank Olufemi Ilesomi. Olufemi Ilesomi is from our risk management. So we want to appreciate Olufemi. We want to appreciate the project manager for the development of the app, Okechukwu Joseph. Thanks for coming all the way from Lagos. I want to thank the media, the public relation team, led by our beautiful Theodora, Jide Shikbe, Tife, and Bisola. Thank you for coming to grace the occasion. And the brain behind Bank of Industry is not an IT firm. So we have the brain behind it, Evolve Credit, that helped to put this together. And the partnership is so that they are with us all through. So there is not going to be hitch, there is not going to be any glitches. They are working behind the scene as we are working in the front here. They are the one making things happen. So we have a solid development team that will ensure that everything begins to work well in conjunction with our own internal IT. God bless you all. Muta, I have my brothers from all the way from the north, the DH MSME Not 2. Thank you for coming. Then Andrew and Monday. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Ojowuro. Thank you for coming, Nasiru. God bless you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Samsi, I see you. And Amechi. God bless you.
So we're taking group photographs. So Paquins will remain here. Please, everyone on the table here, the leadership from Nlng and BOI, we need you to come up for group photographs, please. So please, ma'am, Idisa, we need all of you to please come up for group photographs. Thank you.
My window.
Please, those that represented managers for Nlng, please, we need you here. If you're representing a manager, you spoke here, we'll need you up here, please.
I know you said that it's over now, but I can't let go.
Where's Mura?
I wanna pick up the phone and tell you that you're everything I need and more. I can find you. Echoes of the after. Yeah. There's no one coming down June. Like the way I'm missing you, baby. There's you without the sun. All right. I'm the ring without it. Yes, I am missing you. Driving round, thought I saw you pass me. My rearview mirror's playing tricks on me 'cause you fade away. Maybe I'm just hallucinating.
All right, you need them to see me. Okay,
'Cause my loneliness got the best of me and my heart's so weak. Every day I wanna pick up the phone and tell you that you're everything I need and more.
Uncle Charles, please stay. Uncle Charles, please join them.
No matter what they call us, however they attack, no matter where they take us,
all right, so the ED and
we'll find our own way back.
You can exchange
I can't deny what I believe. I can't be what I'm not.
Take it.
I know I love forever. I know no matter what, if only tears were laughter.
Okay, so lunch is being served. Thank you all so much. Media, over to you. Thank you. You're doing an awesome job. And of course, those in charge of security, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. The servers, the ushers, we appreciate you. Thank you. The cameramen, without you, the rest of the world will not know that we were here. Thank you.
No matter what they teach you, what you believe is true.